In this video, we are going to learn how to pass arguments by value. Information can be passed to functions through arguments. An argument is just like a variable. Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parentheses. So you can add as many arguments as you want, just separate them with a comma. So in this case, the dollar value is our argument and it is inside the parenthesis after the function name inside the parenthesis. But before jumping here, let's first understand this information that we have. Here we have a variable which has a value 5. Now I want this information to be passed in my function. So what I will do is, while calling out this function, I can pass this variable inside this function. So now when the execution will come here, it will see, okay, we have called this function, so it will jump to its function definition. So it will jump here, and here we have a variable which takes the value of num. So we can have the same variable name or we can make a separate variable. Okay, it depends on the personal choice. Here I have created another variable which is just a copy of this variable. So they both are containing the value called 5, and here I have just incremented this variable by the value 5. So here I'm echoing out because now after execution of this function, the control will come to this line of code. Now I'm just printing out $num. So in this case, I will get to see a value called 5 onto the screen, because whenever we pass arguments by value, changes made to one variable does not affect the other variable. Okay, so let's see if this is in an IDE. Practical learning is the best learning, so just we will create PHP tags, and now I will just create a function called display. Okay, now keep this. Now we have a variable called $num which has a value 5, and now I will simply call this function because I want to use this variable inside this function. So I can pass this variable into this function while calling. So while calling, I can simply pass this variable so that I can use it inside my function. Okay, and now I'm simply echoing out $num. Okay. Now, here I'm passing this variable into this function. Now, as soon as the execution will encounter this line of code, it will jump to its function definition. Now, since I'm passing this variable num here, I have to take it. I have to take this value inside some variable in this case. So that's why I'm creating another variable called dollar value. I can even name it as $num, but to just avoid confusions, I'm naming it as value. Okay, and I will just increment this variable by 5. Okay. So now I'm just echoing out $num. Now in this case, changes made to one variable does not affect the other variable. Here $num and $value are copy of each other. But still, if I'm changing the value of this $value variable, it won't affect this variable $num. Let's see what value do we get. Go to the browser and just reload this. Okay, so as you can see, 5 has been printed onto the screen. So in this case, the changes made to this variable does not affect this variable. So whenever we pass arguments by value, changes made to one variable does not affect the another variable. In the next video, we will learn how to pass arguments by reference. So in that case, changes made to one variable will affect the other variable as well. But generally in PHP, majority of the times we pass arguments by value. but still we will be learning that concept. So that's all for today's video. Thank you.